And that's also in Danish the film is called Menopause Mystery.
Mhm.
And that's one of the mysteries. Why are we reacting to menopause so differently? Like I
I think
told in this.
it's something to do with the food, or
Yeah, I know. There's so many out there who's trying to find out,
Mhm.
eat this and do that, and but it's not proven
I think
uh,
it's
in those long necessary studies to prove that, like, if you eat this, you can have less severe symptoms. Or, but of course, if you eat well and you treat your body well, I think that that's the best way to face what's coming to you.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I think you have to be careful that you're not, mm, you know, saying to women that having women who are having serious symptoms that they could eat differently or something like that. It's not like you have to take them seriously,
Mhm.
um, and not come up with like easy solutions. Yeah.
But because you say anyway, in general, that Asian people get older because of their
Hmm.
food
Yeah. Yeah.
philosophy, and
Yeah.
so maybe there's a connection, in this.
Yes. I think it's like what I address in this film
Mhm.
is that we need much more research. So maybe there's a learning from
Yeah.
other cultures, and
Mhm.
that would be really interesting. But those studies haven't been made in a serious matter, in a serious way.
Mhm.
So I would love to know more about that.
Of course. Yes,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah,
It drives me too. It's constantly, not
yeah,
constantly, but I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
deficiency.
But no, 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 none of the women in the film can say that their symptoms are strictly connected to the menopause.
Mhm.
When you don't sleep, you can get this white matter intensities,
Yeah.
yeah, in the brain, and that's some of the same signs that patients with Alzheimer have. So,
So,
yeah. Um, when you're doing research on humans, it's complicated.
Mhm.
And but when you have women are more complicated studying because they have those hormones. They don't look like, every day is just not the same.
Yeah.
Um, um, and also it can complicate it, maybe a really expensive study. If a woman who is participating in this trial gets pregnant, and yeah, so they just no, we don't just study men then.
That's
It's
what
what makes women women was too difficult to study. Being young and fertile is a value for a woman.
yes.
Uh, when you enter menopause, it's really a sign that you're not young and fertile anymore.
Yeah.
You're old or
That's
middle-aged.
yes.
And that's when you lose value, it feels a little bit ashamed. For some women, I felt it. uh, I didn't identify like being old, and I just wanted to ignore the fact that I entered menopause. I didn't talk to anybody about it. I felt it was a very private issue.
Mhm.
And I found out that many women have had the same feeling. And for generations, you know, uh, women lived before us. They haven't spoken up about. They haven't spoken about loud and clear about menopause, and they haven't really demanded, you know, answers. They haven't said like we wanted to be researched. They've just been quiet and just been behind the curtains, and yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't really thought about that,
Because
but there's a loss in power when you can't function, and And um and it's really I heard many women say that they feel less empowered when they start sweating in the meeting among other men, and I felt embarrassed and couldn't talk about it and couldn't, just say if they, are having severe symptoms that they, well, I can't get into work today because I have these menopausal symptoms. So I think that's a really good question. And I think that not only the male gaze, but also the gaze from women themselves
Yes.
on middle-aged women
Mhm.
is really important in an important thing here because that middle-aged women are coming now and you see the here you see middle-aged women in film now, but for many years you never it was so seldom the
Yes.
heroine was a middle-aged woman, and we didn't have all these women to look up to, and yeah, so I think that just middle-aged women are just no, it's not that interesting. They not it's not nothing to be yeah, it's nothing that we look forward to when we grow up. You don't have this women's, in the future you see in the stars and you can see like, I want to be like her. We don't have those. We haven't had them. At growing up, I didn't have them. Somebody found out how to do it. They can make a lot of money.
Yes.
Yeah. Women are healthy and good looking and you know for it's not like years ago when you reached 50 years you were old. That's not how we see ourselves now.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that if you could make menopause wait 5, 10 years, that would be a good business for those who
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
There's many women I heard talking about that menopause actually also is a good thing. They don't have to. There's if you don't have these severe symptoms, it's just kind of new freedom. You don't
Well,
get
I think,
your
yeah, that was
periods anymore, and yeah, you're not afraid of getting pregnant, and so I like that approach as well.
too deeply embedded in our cultural imagination.
Yeah, I think we just talked about
Yeah.
that. But I think that I think that's a big yes, a big yes. Yeah, for more middle-aged women, more diverse picture of how women can look like in all kinds of ways. That's just a good thing, and yeah, I think that will empower